I tell you what, I had the strangest dream last night.
Go on.
A really weird dream. I dreamt that Donald Trump was celebrating as if he'd scored the winning goal for Chelsea in the Club World Cup final,
Yeah.
and that Andy Carroll had signed for Dagenham and Redbridge. I mean, I woke up in hot sweats.
Look, I tell you what a performance, Jeff, from Chelsea won it last night. It was a terrific performance. And look, whatever anybody makes of the competition, and we've all got our opinions on that, let's not deny Chelsea the fact that they were brilliant last night. They've thrown themselves at the competition properly. If you're going to go in it, well, go in it to win it. And they were absolutely. I've not seen any team do that to PSG. And I know it's look, we are talking about it's the middle of July here, and PSG have been incredible for a serious amount of time, but I've not seen any team do what Chelsea did to them last night in terms of fronting them up, dealing with what they're good at, and then still having a punch or two of their own. They were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and 4 days ago, let's be honest, PSG didn't look like they were just going through the motions, or they had a long, hard season when they walloped Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But look, we'll talk a lot about the game during the course of it. I think two things is that Cole Palmer was brilliant during the 90 minutes, and he was brilliant afterwards as well, because he spoke for a nation with his bewildered looks at Trump during the course of the celebrations. He was amazing. Did you enjoy the halftime show?
No, in a word. I'll tell you what, I couldn't believe it. For one, I couldn't believe how long it went on for.
Has it finished?
Exactly. I think it's just finished, yeah. It, whatever it was, 20 plus, 24 minutes. I mean, is crazy. I didn't know half what was going on out there. I didn't know half the people that were supposedly entertaining. And
still, the PSG players 3-0 down. They'll have been enjoying it.
Oh, can you imagine?
No.
To say you'd stiffen up in that amount of time, Jeff, is the biggest understatement ever. I tell you what, I bet you the players are in the dressing room. They'll be jogging around and jogging on the spot in there for 5 or 10 minutes just to try and keep warm to get ready to go again, because you do, when you go in at half time, you can stiffen up a little bit, and certainly, thankfully, it wasn't a problem for Chelsea. Just again, the quality of their goals. João Pedro, what a difference it makes to a team when you got a number 9 that absolutely players can trust and can link with. Look, Nicholas Jackson, no doubt, will go on to still have a decent time at Chelsea, but I tell you, now all of a sudden they look a different proposition with someone like him leading the line.
You know who I thought was fantastic? He won't get any of the headlines at all, but Gusto down the right-hand side. You know, he made so many runs that took defenders away to give Cole Palmer and João Pedro the room inside of
Correct.
him. It was I thought he was absolutely sensational. And everybody knows, I think, my views on the Club World Cup. I'm not having it at all. But you're absolutely right. On the night, Chelsea were fantastic.
They were.
So for the next 4 years, Chelsea will be known as World Club Champions. Cole Palmer then named Superior Player of the Match. That's man of the match to you and I.
Yes.
As well as Player of the Tournament. And his boss, Enzo Maresca, was full of praise.
These are the games where we expect Cole to appear, because they are a big game, big moment. And once again, I think he show how good this.
Well, it's an interesting comment. These are the games we expect Cole to appear. From the Premier League's point of view, you're going to expect him to appear pretty much every week, aren't you?
He had that spell, didn't he, around Christmas time when he was drifting a little bit. And look, people remember that a lot has happened to Cole Palmer still very quickly. His rapid rise to where he is right now has been exceptional, really. He is a wonderful talent. There is no question. I mean, I don't particularly like him, and I'm not sure if it's his best position for Chelsea, being right off of 3 up top, Jeff. But he thrown himself into it yesterday and did it beautifully. The team released him at the right time when he had space and time to run at people. I tell you, one of his greatest qualities, however good he is with that left foot and teasing people and walking it up to people, going by people, dropping people to the floor like he did on his second goal, is the beautiful way he moves across the ground. He is quick. When he picks that ball up and wants to travel with it at pace, he's very, very difficult to catch. He's an exceptional player, and Chelsea have whatever they're doing in those other positions, they've still got to continue to try and involve him as often and as much as they can, because you just feel with Cole Palmer when he gets it in and around the edge of the box, something's going to happen.
He's great to watch. I mean, he is a fantastic player to watch, no question of that. Well, if there were any questions about Enzo Maresca, and I'm not sure within the Chelsea hierarchy there necessarily were, there certainly can't be any longer, can there?
Well, I think if there's fans that were a little bit unsure about his ability against a top-class opponent to set a team up, to send it out there with a job to do, then I'm sure one or two of those people now have got to hold their hands up and say what he did yesterday. Very few teams, Jeff. In fact, I don't remember seeing one team in the Champions League last season go after PSG a little bit in the way that Chelsea did last night at the start of that game. The first 15 minutes, I thought they were absolutely brilliant in kind of setting a bit of a tempo for the rest of the game. They applied pressure. I watched Liverpool try to apply pressure at Anfield against PSG, and PSG passed through them. And I know it's at a different time of the season, different conditions, etc., etc. But as you rightly pointed out, there's nothing wrong with PSG when they demolished Real Madrid, days ago. So again, I thought Enzo set the team up with great courage, and more importantly, those players believed in it as well and went out there and did that. And because it only takes. We've all had managers set a team up, and you get out there, and all of a sudden after 5 minutes you think this isn't working, and everyone starts looking around at each other. Now what we're doing? That wasn't the case. The plan that the manager and that the coach set up worked to absolute perfection.
So look, a trophy in the cabinet, £100 million in the bank. The big question is, what impact does it have in the Premier League next season? I guess we won't know until, I don't know, 3 or 4 months in.
Correct. I still think there may be some issues fitness-wise. I mean, it's vitally important now those players go away, forget about football for, I don't know how long they're going to get, Jeff. What they're going to get, 2.5 weeks or something like that, probably, before they're going to have to come back, maybe early August. Can't leave them all just 2 weeks shy of a Premier League season before you get them all back. So I think they're going to have a couple of weeks at least.
And then they've got a little pre-season tournament at home.
Well, right.
But it is at home.
Yes. Yeah. And look, exactly how it all pans out and what sort of shape they're going to be in come December, January time, well, we'll have to wait and see. But the here and now is that whilst the rest of us watching that game yesterday probably aren't too wrapped up in this tournament win, I think for Chelsea, I think it was crucial. I think it's big for those players as a group, as a young group, a young coach, adding trophies to his to his list. I think it's really important for them, I think, as a group going forward from this point, to say they've shown what they can do against the very best when it matters. And they turned up, they rocked up, they played brilliant. And it didn't flatter them. It didn't flatter Chelsea at all, did it? 3.
It certainly didn't.
I mean, Doué, what on earth he's doing trying to square that ball at 1-0 when he had that chance when it was rolled across the 6-yard box, and he's just got one touch to go, and he tries to knock it across to Dembele. I don't know what on earth he's doing there. Just put your foot through it and you might have been back at 1-1. However, that's not the case. Chelsea had other opportunities too to score. It could have been, in truth, it could have been 5-2. Something like that, easily.
So, look, we've had a Club World Cup final which has a delayed kick-off, a 25-minute half-time. It has Michael Buffer, Robbie Williams, Coldplay, Donald Trump, some bald-headed bloke from FIFA, all on the stage at the same time. And Martin from Lim says, it's just as bad in the Premier League. Loud music, pointless fireworks, and loud announcements, not necessary. Oh, Martin, come on.
Yeah.
I am normally Mr. Misery, not you. But it was just a shade different from the Premier League. And difference is not always a good thing, let me tell you.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.